BGP configuration has a lot of subtleties. One thing that isn't subtle is just slapping in the autonomous system number. There's nothing to it. We just have to be well documented. And this is not a number that we pull out of thin air. We would be given this autonomous system number. This would be registered to us. You don't come up with it unless you're setting up a laboratory. Now, by the way, this is in a private autonomous system range. And in fact, let's talk about the private autonomous system range. And the way that I remember this is I remember that there are exactly 1,024 private autonomous systems. And so the range is 64 and get rid of 24 there. 64.5. Subtract 24 from 35. Which gives me 12. Yeah, that's the autonomous system. That is the private autonomous system range. Sorry, I had to do some math there. That's how I remember it. This range is 1,024 wide. And so you can see these autonomous system numbers that we're using inside of the curriculum tend to be, I'm going to say tend to be, private autonomous system numbers. And when we are then inside of that autonomous system or that BGP configuration mode, we are going to be pointing to our neighbors. Now, this is something that a lot of people goof up or don't understand at first. You say neighbor and point to an IP address that is present and reachable on the neighbor. And then it says remote AS. A lot of people mistake this for being explicitly eBGP. But we would do the exact same command if it were an iBGP neighbor. We would just make sure that the autonomous systems match there. So notice that we're in 65.0.10 and we're pointing to 650.20. Because those are in different autonomous systems, that means that this is eBGP. If we were, and we're on R2, if this instead was 650.10, when we're pointing over to R1, and we would have a different IP address, it would be 10.2.1 to match that IP address, then that would be an iBGP neighbor config. So this is what it takes to set up the strands of connectivity so that BGP information can be shared.